ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, and dozens of others. The AI world is moving incredibly fast right now. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you're definitely not alone. Today, I'm breaking down every single major AI model. No confusing jargon, just exactly what they actually do. And most importantly, which one you should actually use. Let's dive right in. ChatGPT and GPT family, OpenAI. Before we get into every AI model, there is one thing most people get wrong. ChatGPT isn't the model. GPT is. ChatGPT is just the app, the door you walk through to talk to GPT. Copilot is another door. The Gemini app and Claude's website are also doors. Behind each one is a giant AI brain doing the heavy lifting. How do these AI models actually work? They learn patterns from massive amounts of text and code. At the core, they predict the next word, one token at a time. Writing essays, explaining physics, or debugging code comes from doing this prediction extremely well. It's basically autocomplete after drinking several energy drinks and reading most of the internet. Bigger models mean more parameters, recognizing more complex patterns. The context window is how much the model can hold in short-term memory during a conversation. Larger context means it doesn't forget what you said earlier. Some newer systems include reasoning models that pause to think. They are slower, but dramatically better at math and logic. The current flagship is GPT 5.2, a well-rounded multimodal system. It handles writing, coding, images, and voice. It does a lot of things well, rather than one thing perfectly. The O1 model is a separate branch focused purely on reasoning. Inside ChatGPT, image generation is DALL-E, and video is Sora. GPT's real advantage today is its massive ecosystem and the constant, rapid updates from OpenAI. You just have to accept you'll never feel fully caught up. Gemini, Google. Google Gemini is quietly catching up to GPT, and in some areas, it's actually pulling ahead. Gemini 3.1 Pro leads several major benchmarks, especially in competitive math and AI reasoning tests. But raw performance isn't Gemini's biggest advantage. Integration is. It's built directly into Gmail, Docs, Search, and Android. If your life runs on Google, Gemini already knows your context. Gemini 3 Flash is the speed variant, much faster and cheaper. For everyday tasks, Flash is often the smarter choice. Gemini also shines at multimodal understanding. Mechanics can photograph a part and get an instant ID faster than flipping through manuals or digging through forums. Its context window handles up to 2 million tokens. You could paste an entire novel and ask it to analyze themes or find contradictions in one single pass. Since Google runs on ads, some wonder about bias. But in practice, there's no measurable evidence in factual queries. It's highly reliable for your everyday research. Claude, Anthropic. Claude is the absolute specialist, especially for coding and deep analysis. The flagship is Claude Opus 4.6 for large-scale analysis, while Sonnet 4.5 is the reliable mid-tier workhorse. The coding advantage is real, topping real-world software benchmarks. In developer communities, it's the first recommendation for coding help. It's also excellent at analyzing long contracts and entire code bases, returning clear, structured summaries instead of scattered answers. Claude's tone sets it apart. It's the least sycophantic model. If your idea is flawed, it'll actually tell you why. If I wanted someone to tell me all my ideas are great, I'd just go talk to my mom. The limitation is weaker multimodal features and no native image generation. Grok, XAI. Grok 4 is XAI's flagship multimodal model with a 256,000 context window. Its biggest edge is real-time X integration. It pulls trending discussions and analyzes public sentiment faster than models relying on standard web crawling. Grok ranks very high for its natural conversational tone. It feels relaxed, more like chatting with a real person. Sometimes so friendly you forget it's AI until it replies at 3 a.m. There's also the free speech positioning. Grok answers sensitive questions that other models might refuse. For topics where others are overly cautious, Grok is refreshing. DeepSeek. DeepSeek R1 is fully open source. Download and run it yourself. No subscriptions, no usage limits. Your wallet won't suffer. It uses a mixture of experts' design to stay incredibly fast. It goes head-to-head with GPT and Claude on technical benchmarks, focusing on math, coding, and step-by-step reasoning. Running it costs roughly 2.7% of GPT-4's pricing. The catch is that it's a Chinese company raising privacy concerns. But since you can run it locally, your data stays with you. The bigger story is what DeepSeek represents. Frontier AI doesn't need billion-dollar budgets anymore. Open source and local models. Open source models mean you have full control over your AI. Keep data private, no subscriptions, your AI, your rules. LLaMA 4 from Meta comes in variants up to 400 billion parameters. Qwen 3.5 from Alibaba is also climbing fast, especially in multilingual tasks. Models like Kimi 2.5 and Mistral punch well above their weight. Using tools like LLaMA, you can run these completely offline. So that expensive gaming GPU finally has a second job. This shift from renting to owning AI is bigger than it sounds. Perplexity, the aggregator. Perplexity is both an AI model and an aggregator. Its sonar engine is built for fast answers with clear citations. Instead of guessing, it actively searches the web and brings receipts. On top of that, Perplexity lets you access multiple models like GPT, Claude, Gemini, and Grok in one place. One subscription gives you multiple models, like a streaming service for AI. You might not get features like custom GPTs or advanced voice, but it's the ultimate tool for research and comparing answers. And your wallet will probably appreciate it too. Image generation models. MidJourney remains the undisputed king of artistic and cinematic quality. It consistently delivers visuals that belong on a movie poster. DALL-E 3 from OpenAI is the absolute easiest model to use. Built into ChatGPT, it excels at spelling words correctly in images. For precision, Flux is the current open-source leader. It matches your complex text prompts better than most alternatives. Stable Diffusion 3.5 is the customization king for serious creators. It runs locally and offers incredible control through specialized tools. Need beauty? MidJourney. Need ease? DALL-E. Need accuracy? Flux. Need control? Stable Diffusion. Video generation models. AI video generation is still in the "this is insane" phase. Sora 2 from OpenAI leads in cinematic quality and realistic physics. You can generate 1-minute clips with synced audio through ChatGPT. Runway Gen 4.5 gives creators precise control over camera movements. Kling 2.6 is all about speed and incredible convenience. It creates the video, voiceover, and sound effects simultaneously. If Sora is for cinematic shots, Kling is for short-form content. Reality check. AI video still struggles with complex physics. 1 second it's normal, the next someone has 6 fingers. But within a year or two, it will likely be incredibly common. Music generation models. AI-generated music has reached the point where it sounds too good. Suno V5 leads in speed, giving you a full song in seconds. The vocals are surprisingly realistic, with emotional inflections and vibrato. Udio partnered with Universal Music Group for licensed training data, which is a big deal in the AI copyright battles. Most casual listeners can no longer tell the difference. But major questions about copyright and ownership remain completely unsolved. Your next favorite song might not come from an artist. It might come from someone typing "sad song, rainy night, piano." AI agents, the next phase. The AI world is shifting from chatbots to AI agents. These systems don't just give answers, they actually do the work. They browse the web, execute code, and manage files, completing multi-step tasks on their own, like a digital intern. Tools like OpenAI's Operator and Manus are purpose-built for this. Watching AI navigate your screen and fill in forms is slightly terrifying. They aren't perfect yet, and still make mistakes on longer tasks. They can confidently do the wrong thing very fast. They save time, but you still need to double-check their work. So after all that, which AI model should you actually use? For everyday stuff, Gemini Flash is fast, free, and works great inside Google. GPT 5.2 is the all-rounder that does everything well. Like that one friend who's good at literally everything, and it's a bit annoying. For coding, Claude Sonnet 4.5 is the sweet spot. Opus 4.6 is for when your code starts looking like ancient hieroglyphics. For research, Perplexity. It shows sources, no more trust me bro answers. For real-time trends, Grok is plugged into X. For images, MidJourney for beauty, DALL-E for ease, Flux for accuracy, stable Diffusion for control. For video, Sora 2 for quality, Kling 2.6 for speed. For privacy, run LLaMA, Qwen, or DeepSeek locally. Your data stays with you. The real trick: don't marry one model. Use 2 to 3 for different tasks. Think of it like apps on your phone. You don't use one app for everything unless you're still using Internet Explorer somehow. That's every AI model explained, from chatbots and image generators to music, video, and agents. Which model surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. If this finally made the AI landscape make sense, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one.